Okay, we got 2 additional modular frame machines popped in, but we are actually short on the concrete supply going into this too. And that has to do with a lack of slag. So we have a lot of slag that's supposed to be going through these into concrete, but now we're finally processing it faster than we're making it down here. So over here, with my rare earths machines and such, and my ice machines and everything, all this slag from all these ice extractors and everything, it's all being fed into the same system. And that all comes out right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell it to prioritize sending the slag that way. And that's going to get it into the concrete setup. At least it should. It should get it down here and then go that way. Doesn't look like it is, though. It should be sending it through here, but it isn't. What? What am I missing? You are hooked up. So are you. So I mean, you've been hooked up this whole time. This has been working the entire time. So I'm not understanding. Hold on. What is your deal right now? Go that way. You're stopped. Why? Are you not hooked up anymore? I mean, I know you are, but oh, maybe you're going the wrong direction or something. No, that can't be it. This has been working the whole time, so I'm not sure why that would be the case. Hold on, we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, that goes there. It's already connected. Build. It's already connected. It's already connected. But now you'll flow. Yeah, now you'll flow. Weird. Okay. I mean, all I did is turn it off and turn it back on again is basically all I just did. So I'm not sure what's going on there. What is your deal right now? All right, I'm struggling here. Struggling. Tier 1 belt. Why? Why are you making a joint there? Am I crazy right now? I'm going crazy right now. Let it flow. And then, honestly, upgrade that and let that flow too. It's working as intended now, I think. It's very strange, but all right, cool. So all the slag. Now, if I wanted to, I could send that slag from this. I could send that down. Because that's something I haven't, I've just been sending it here, right? But I could send it down. All I need to do is pop into this remaining input. If I wanted to do that, how would I go about doing that sensibly? I could send some of it down and then the rest not. Or this, I think this here. How do I get all of this slag down into that so I can feed it out somewhere else? But if I fed it into that, then it would come out here, and then this is already full. Yeah, I don't want to go that way. One way to do it, I suppose, would be to make another elevator down. I could do that. If I made another elevator down, it would be, I guess, somewhere around this area would be all right. The slag belt is here, so I would need to pop in here. I can't build over there. Nah. I'm sure there's a way to do it to easily get the slag down there. I'll have to look at that. I don't think it should be necessary as long as I'm bringing in enough rare earths, and I'm also, you know, extracting enough of the water and everything. We actually have more ice we can extract here as well, so I could go in and get ice extraction going on over here too. Well, at least I thought I could. Oh, you're gonna be a jerk to me, aren't you? Look at that. Am I only able to get one in here? I think so. Yeah. Only one is allowed in here. Unless it goes something like this. Could this work? Yeah, this could work. It's a little weird, but we can make it work. So if I bring the ice here, and the ice can then meet up like this, I guess. Sure. The ice will meet up there. And then this one is, the ice is right there, right? So we come out and go, I guess, over, just straight in. Why not? Yeah, straight in like that. All right. And then for the slag, we want it to meet here. So the slag belt would have to go, we'll make it work over there. So we'll say the slag goes this way, and then it cuts under and pops out here. And then you come out to there. And then you connect here. All right. That hooks up the ice, the new ice machines, the slag, everything that we need. Gets hooked up with just that right there. So now we can start extracting that ice, getting that onto the belt so we can make the belt bigger. And then we can also go in and then add additional water to the system. And in so doing that, we will now be able to have more farms, which just accelerates carbon fiber and everything else. Everything else just gets accelerated. And I should be able to go carbon fiber too, because right now these are all the machines I can have, and they're all mostly full. Some of them are not on the ends, but I want to be able to go the next stage of carbon fiber too. And so that's going to be down here, I thought, unless I'm silly. It's fundamental, maybe? Social? Yeah, right here. Carbon fiber factory too. So I want to be able to hit that too, if I can. That allows me to make even more of it, process it faster, more nanotubes, more composites, more everything. There's just not enough nanotubes in the whole world, apparently. Yeah, I need to do something about that too, because right now my only way of getting nanotubes is for them to go that direction, to split them evenly. So if I guess if I do this, then they'll eventually make their way up, but I was hoping to just prioritize the supply in this direction. But all right, here's how I'm going to deliver that slag. I figured it out. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to take away this, and we'll instead have this belt redirect to this one. Okay, so now it will go out that way, and that's how it will end up in this. It's all ending up at the same place, right? That's how. Then we're going to want to take our belt here, and it's going to look, it's very squiggly, I know, but it'll work. We're going to bring you up that way, and we'll pop you out here. Okay, now what we're going to do is this extra slag is going to come as far over as we can go. I guess it'll be here. Yep, that's okay. There, all the way to here is fine. And then there to there. All right, now I know that's a big maze, but the slag is it's gonna flow right through there, right? Just like spice, it's gonna flow all the way around, but this will get that slag into the main loop for all the other stuff, with all the other slag, right? And then we're probably gonna want to have like this be upgraded at this point, but just so it flows a little bit faster right through there. Okay, then you are gonna only allow slag through on that side. Okay, that sets up our slag routing to get it into the main loop so it can be, you know, facilitate everything else. So now all we need to do is get that slag from these machines to be routed into this. And so to do that, I kind of want to make it to where I have a choice. And so to do the choice, to actually have a choice, we're going to We're gonna gut that. Okay. We're gonna gut this one, and I guess it's gonna be there. Yeah. So we're gonna only gut it for a little bit here. So we're gonna take. I guess it's a tier 2. I don't think I need a tier 2, but fine. We're gonna go out a little bit here, and then over, and then up. You are now going to go that direction. So we reverse the direction of that belt. So all the slag now goes that way. Then what we're going to do is we're going to route it like this. And it'll be about here. Yep. That way. Underground. All the way out to here. I know. We're going so much spaghetti right now. And it's going to be glorious. It's going to feel real good. Right? You just watch. You're going to think about it later and you're going to go, you know what? I feel really good about that spaghetti. I don't normally feel good about spaghetti, but you know what? Charlie's done something to me. I feel good about this spaghetti. That's what you're going to say later. Right? Mark my words. All right. Now we prioritize that direction. So all the slag will run that way until it's backed up for some reason, if it ever backed up. And then if it is backed up for whatever reason, it goes that direction and ends up in the storage. Because we're up to, what, almost 29,000 in there now. So, and then remember, all the excess slag from before is still making its way around into here anyway. So it may end up over here anyway, but still. It's now at least going in a direction that we can appreciate. Okay, and then we come down here, and it's routed all the way around this direction, comes out over here. There it is. And it winds up on the same slag belt as all that other slag did. So it can be used, be processed. There we go. Probably need to make this one just a little bit better. There. And now it gets processed with all the rest of the slag. And hopefully that means that our concrete production can go a little bit more swimmingly here, because all the slag that's being generated here. And the other thing that's causing a little bit of an issue with slag, right, is like the trucks are bringing this regolith in, which is now up to 111,000. So we definitely need to process even more now. But you'll notice that the slag, the richness of this, right, there's really good stuff in there. There's less slag in there now because of all those upgrades. We have less slag to deal with. So we have the opposite problem as we had before, which is like, I almost feel like reversing this belt and actually sending the slag that's built in here right back into the loop. I kind of feel like doing that. I can't quite put my finger on any reason why it wouldn't work. So I'll tell you what I can do here. Let's try this. We don't need to do it very fast. It could be a very slow trickle, right? We can have it be like just the level 1 belt here. I know, even more. Yeah, we're going to go like this. Yeah, and then in like that. All right, so now what we can do is release it. And now the slag will just flow out of this. 29,000 of it. It can be a slow trickle, it's fine. But we want to have more concrete being made, right? And if it ever gets backed up, you know, again, then we just stop this pour. We just close this again, and we say no. But for now, we need more. So we're just going to get more injected into the system, and down it goes, and we'll see it get processed with all of our belt spaghetti. It's great. It's wonderful. Let's check out our laser progress now. You can see that we've delivered all the duralumin plate we require. We should have about 500 more modular frames ready to go, right? 500 more? About 450, right? So we have a few more, but we need that concrete flowing, right? So that we can make more over here. I got to have that flowing a lot faster. And I really want to be able to hit this button and have it be actually worth something, because there's no reason to do it because of the slag. So hopefully that slag being injected in will change things up a bit. And you know, I can probably get away with doing this. We'll just go a little bit faster here, okay? Just a little bit faster out of there, okay? Guys, I actually think I found a moon contract that I'm willing to do. These guys want 137 modular terminals. They're gonna give me 1 million for this, plus research. And I need to bring it to this point on the moon. It's far, but not like the exact opposite side anymore, right? And I mean, I don't have the resources for Cyclops to deliver the laser anyway right now, so I could have Cyclops, who's almost on his way back. I could have I could have that truck do this. 137 modular terminals for, I have 108 days to go. Like that's reasonable. So 1 million of them. It's kind of crazy. So why don't we go ahead and accept that before it expires, right? 2 days left from the availability. We'll go ahead and accept that one. And then we just need to get Cyclops back over here. Yeah, we'll do that. Now, if I get this building set up again, I did. So this can give me another cargo truck as well. I want to get that going too. So let me just grab power once more from there. Here we go. And we'll route that power over. And yeah, like that. And then this one's going to need power eventually too. We'll have you just make your way. I don't know if that's going to be in the way or not, but I guess we'll find out later. You can always move it. And one more out. There we go. And one more out. Can I hook it up from here? Not quite. So we'll go right there then, I guess. Okay, that'll hook that up too. We're just waiting for the composites at this point, which I can buy, but I'd rather make them. I think we're doing well enough now to where we can just make them. I just have to redirect the supplies to go ahead and do it. I'm seeing this getting a little bit tied up. So let's come down here and figure out what we might be able to do about that. And I don't think there's any real reason for that to happen. So the only thing I can think of is a resource stuck in there. That shouldn't happen. No, you should be flowing right out. This will upgrade that belt and see if we can't get that to flow even faster out of there. Wow. Do I really need... I do. This has to be level 5. That's crazy. I can't afford that. Is there anything else I can do? Yeah, this can go to 4. I am not processing it fast enough. I have added an entire row of titanium processing back here. I didn't upgrade all of them though, so I have a little bit of cash to do that, but I just added this row before this video. And so like I had only this before this video started. I added all of this and it's still not fast enough. Lots and lots of titanium being processed, buddy. We need it. Look at all this. The plates, right? Just flowing. There's our concrete all getting backed up again. Beautiful. We want to keep this belt going if we can. Keep that flowing faster. I found water. Oh yes, more water over here by our fuel setup. Right over here along with some silicon. So that's cool. So we're going to get this dug out too. And let's go ahead and get it to be routed. I guess it just routes right through here, I suppose. So we'll go ahead and get this cleared out about like that. That's good. And then we'll just make it like a straight line-ish out here and have that be like the priority for everybody. At least for our digging drones, wherever they are. There's only 2 of them. Let's go ahead and make it 5 of them. And now we can get even more fuel made, which will be great for our money. Down to just 63K now after many, many upgrades. But this should be flowing a lot faster now. I've got red belts flowing, like taking all this over here now. And I don't think I necessarily need that now, but I've already done it. So it's there. Red belts are sending it all the way through here. Just keeping that titanium flowing in here as fast as we can. Oh yes. Still, despite red belts coming out of it, it's still maxed out at 2K right there in that storage. So we're making lots and lots of titanium now. Prioritizing plate, but sending the excess over for components. So feeling pretty good about that. Let's take a look at our supply. We're at 416 titanium plate. Another 600 modular frames are done. And we're at 1370 days left on the laser. We have an extra truck now. Its name is Tremor. I wish I could. Can I rename it? I can. It's now Trevor. I know I'm gonna call it Trevor anyway. So instead of Tremor, it's Trevor now. Okay. And Tremor, aka Trevor. Trevor's gonna come over here. And I think maybe we can get you doing something like this. Is Cyclops is almost here for that 1 million credits that are gonna come from that. But for Trevor though, I think I can probably get you to take some of these things. So let me just see. Trevor is going down his way. Yep. You're going to take, let's say 700, whatever, 600, doesn't matter. 606 nanotubes. Let's have you take like 400 plates ish. And we've got 650 modular frames. So we'll say like whatever, 599. I don't care. Let's say that many. You're going to take that over to the laser. So we'll make another trip over there. That's good. I like it. As far as all the rest of our supply, though, we have a lot of titanium, and I think we're probably getting pretty full. At nighttime is great because I can like visually look at all these, and I can say, as opposed to looking at them another way, you only look at things visually, right? I can look at these things with my eyeballs, and I can see, hey, you're getting pretty full, right? We're obviously going to be unloading the nanotubes now, so I don't care. But I mean, aluminum is getting pretty full, and I just did a contract delivering 1,000 of those, so I was basically full then. And then titanium is getting pretty up there too. Modular terminals has an overflow over here, so that's okay. And then we have quite a bit of modular frames kind of ready to go here too. So I'm thinking, I mean, I just got to process more, don't I? Look at this. I just have to process faster still. Yeah, upgrade you. I don't have the money. Well, we'll get it after that $1 million contract is done. Okay, so we'll open up the nanotubes, let that go. Let's let that go. And the other thing was the, oh yeah, frames, of course. Modular frames can go. All right, so all that stuff can just flow in to Trevor. And I'm going to have him, use fuel and all that stuff. And I don't really think I need to, though, right? We don't need to use fuel for this. Nah. No, we're good. I'll disconnect the fuel from that. But, like, I just hate how, like, I don't know. Like, they just haven't updated this yet. This needs to stop. My entire camp right now is doing this when it's supposed to be delivered on belts, and I can't stop it. So I really hope that they address this expedition control center to make it to where you actually can disable. You cannot do this. Like this button is grayed out. I'm really hoping that they let me do that because there's just no reason for all my drones to be doing this right now. There's 1 million and we're good. So that upgrades every single one of these, at least tier 2 upgrades, which the first two having tier 3 upgrades at the moment. And we'll do tier 3 on that one now too. Okay. So I mean, honestly, we'll do it on this one too. So these ones here are maxed out. And these ones here are one upgrade away from maxed out. And then down here, take a look at what we got going on down here. We can max out that one. And yeah, why not? Let's just max them all out, man. We got the cash to do it. Now we're down to 40K again. So spending all sorts of money doing that, man. But it's, I think it's worth it. Yeah. We're just processing a ridiculous amount of stuff. It's such a big factory. Especially my titanium stuff. I just can't believe this stuff is still backed up. 130,000 for each of these to have maxed out. Just so much, man. Yeah, and I could drop more tier 1s. I absolutely could. It'd just take up more space. I have lots of space, right? Instead of spending the money, I totally could. All right, so Trevor took off. He's gonna go out and deliver all the things for us. I've got 3 additional contracts that just dropped in that involve modular terminals and some other things. So like microprocessors for that one. This one's just modular terminals. And this one needs a few microcircuits. So I've got the floodgates opened up for all of those resources, and I'm actually going to go ahead and close that one now and close that one now because I can at that point. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then modular terminals can close now too. So all of those contracts will be done. That's probably another, I don't know, 600 grand or so. It's going to be great. That's another 327 there. That one's lifting off. This one's lifting off too. And that's the game right now. The game is deliver things for the laser and constantly use the funds that you can get from these contracts to essentially just ramp up production for the laser. We got 675 now again. So feeling pretty good about that. This stuff's starting to back up. That's a good thing to see. And modular frames now are up to 162 again after having delivered how many? Let's see. So we currently have 600 on their way. We've already delivered 800. So we're halfway there, you know, pretty close to halfway there. Yeah. 600 plus 800. So just slightly under halfway there on the modular frames. Duralumin plate completely done. And then we're getting some progress on these. So I would say this stage is halfway delivered now. The stage in general is halfway delivered now. Feels pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to keep cranking on this. I don't think I've missed any belts this time, but you know, I don't have perfect vision or anything. So you know, you guys will, you guys see things that I just don't know how you see them. You know, sometimes you just pick things out and I just don't know how you see them, but it's because I'm paying attention to 50 things at once. And as a passive viewer, you can pay attention to one thing at a time. So you'll see something and just latch onto it to where my eyes might have grazed over it, but I was thinking about like 5 other things when I saw it. So a lot of that stuff happens, man. All right. I think maybe I would make more duralumin plate. I can make a little bit more, I suppose. Just go ahead and trigger that. But I think for the most part, duralumin doesn't matter much. Definitely want to get more aluminum processing though. So let's invest in that. I would even say we should go up, next level on those, because we're gonna need that too. So we'll upgrade these. I wish there was an upgrade button that would work faster here instead of having to do one at a time, but is what it is. Okay, so we have tier 3 upgrades on these two, and then tier 2 upgrades are done on these all the way out to there. And then for these ones, we should be maxed out already, right? Okay, at the very end not, but maxed out, max. I don't have the money for maxing that one. Yeah, but a lot more processing for aluminum too. The game is still telling me that my people are dying. I don't know if I can believe it or not. I have had one person die though. It did say colonist died a little bit ago. I was just letting it run a little bit while I was taking care of some things. And I'm seeing that we have 43 people, not 44. So clearly somebody has died. So that's making me a little nervous because like it's actually happening now instead of it just being fake, right? It's getting real. I'm adding additional plates, additional rolling mills here so we can have more titanium plate coming in because we really need that too. And so once this machine gets built, we can see whether or not that's enough to satisfy our. This thing was filling up, right? So I gotta push it along so we can process even more. I think that's another part of the reason why titanium's just having a hard time. It's because everything is kind of full. But yeah, now it says 29 people dying. So I don't know, like it might be real now. But I'm gonna try my best to just kind of not get upset about colonists because again, they are an experimental feature in this build of the game. Unfortunately, they are just just the way they are. So this is the last time I'm looking at it. We're gonna focus on other things now. Okay, I promise I won't dwell on it anymore. We are really good on water, and so I think it might be time to start looking into additional organics production. Thing is though, okay, each of these machines here, they seem like they've got a pretty good amount in their storage bins. Let's go ahead and upgrade that one. But they're not full. Yeah, they're not full, so we can handle more as long as I've got a good amount of slag coming in. That's the other thing, is slag coming in is a concern because I've deviated, right? I made this the priority in that direction so we could have more slag going to concrete. I'm actually having the opposite problem of a lot of other players. in that at the moment I'm not generating enough slag. So it was the problem was going to be, hey, what are you going to do with all this slag once you have too much? But now you can see, like, we are not having this built up on these belts very much. It's coming in, but it's not super packed or anything. So and that's with the expansion of processing additional resources here. That's with extra slag going down the belt here, and being pumped in from what we were saving earlier. So interesting, right? We're just doing a pretty good job of handling it, I guess. That's the way that goes. I did buy a few more modular frames. I wanted to get some more in here for the quest. I did buy a few more nanotubes as well, just to get a little bit more. They're quite expensive. And in the little cut here, this thing finished. Yeah, so this is the large vehicle assembly facility, and it has 3 options. There's a mobile drilling rig, which we love. There's the ice harvester, and there is a helium-3 harvester. Now, these 2 require research to be able to do, but this one, another MDR, do I even need it? I think not, but I'm going to build it anyway, because what we might be able to do if I do that is we can go over to locations and we can say, okay, what's the resource I really need more of? What is I'm really lacking? And let's say it's silicon. Well, I can now put an MDR in a location where it's really good with silicon only. You know, something like this. I can put an MDR over here, and now all the trucks that hit this will have you know, a much less balanced concentration of resources, and we'll have a lot higher, you know, quantity of the things I need. Like right here, this would actually be pretty good because we get both of those. I love that. Actually, that spot there is awesome. So right by the urgent repair moon farm, which is a quest, so they'll probably go away at some point here. Interplanetary car, like, these are temporary things. These are just contracts. But up here, this is a pretty good spot for where I would want that if I was going to do, if I was in need of more silicon, which I'm not sure I am. Let's take a quick look at that here. Silicon seems to be, it's coming in pretty well. And all of these can be upgraded too, so we can still process this stuff a lot faster as well. I'm actually going to upgrade these belts because I can, just to get them moving just a little bit faster down there. It seems like we have maybe just a little bit of a build up here. No, we're good now. Yep. Excellent. It's going all the way through this way, and yep, microcircuits factories. Honestly, microcircuits, the rare earths and stuff are not as bountiful as I would necessarily like, but like this is all the way backed up. Yeah, so maybe could look at making some more duralumin plate. All that stuff can go. So let's say we go to microcircuits. Yeah, let's get this added to the queue. I think yeah, maybe we'll hit microcircuits a little bit harder because we don't have a lot of those machines. And I would go concrete again, but since we don't have a whole lot of slag anymore, we made the MDR too efficient, right? So one thing we might want to look at is just like sending MDR to a place that has low quantities of stuff. Maybe that's the solution. We made it really good, right? So we can say helium-3, you know, maybe something like a really high concentration of just the rare earths would be good, I think. If we find something that's close by, though. Oh, I saw something like in the 60s there for a second. I'm looking at the rare earth, by the way, in case you're wondering where my eyes are. I just want to see it go up higher. So like this is, you know, around 50%. That's where I found something there. But if we can do that, we can find a spot here that's close by, you know, that's a high, maybe 70, 80%. And just that one resource, the rest of it that it gathers, the regolith and stuff, will probably be slag, right? So we can have more slag coming in that way. So that's an idea. And then when it gets dropped off, it's just regolith, right? So it just gets processed, more slag comes out, and all that. So, but yeah, we want to make our own MDR, so that's what we're going to start doing now. This is pretty exciting. I want to get this done. I think this video, if I could. 24 composites are needed. Let's go ahead and make this a high priority. See if people will go ahead and do it. See if the drones will do it. There's an awful lot of iron needed, steel, sorry. Titanium plates needed for one of these things too, but ultimately this is definitely worth it, right? I mean, we're going to get a whole lot more resources that way. It's worth it. but this is building up. So we have to process it even faster as is, man. How do we process this faster? Do we put machines on this side? I know I've already done this, but like we're already getting thin with the belts down this way. Yeah, I need the belts to be sped up, don't I? I think that's the way to do it. I just need everything to speed up. Let's upgrade these belts. We got a little bit of cash. We could do that. I want these things to really just push it through. There we go. Push that through all the way. There we go. Just basically get it to where these are full and waiting so that it can continue to pass by. And I just don't think there's really a need for one more on this side. That's the thing. So I think maybe we might want to pull this out and send this direction too. I have 2 belts here. You can see now I've added a second one and I've combined the function of this. So now this one serves the needs of both of the belts used to do, or what both the belts used to do. And then this sorts it to where ice goes that way. And then everything else goes this way. And then it goes down there. Yeah. We have a problem. We are full on silicon. Yeah, that is an issue. Let's go ahead and open that up. We don't need that anymore, do we? Nope. Okay, so I had contracts for titanium. Now that's already done, so I don't need that. But we need a contract now for silicon. Silicon and titanium in the same contract would be like really awesome. This is a pretty good one. 10 days to deliver 3,000 silicon. I actually don't have that much, so that's not possible for me to do to get the bonus. But I mean, the bonus is only, I guess it's 40,000. It's pretty good. I'd rather not sacrifice that if I could. Let's get this really quick so that the titanium that I've got on the belts already has a place to go. Yeah, that's fine right there. And then I'm gonna go in and say I want only contracts for silicon, please. And if it's only silicon, that's ideal. It's just that's a lot. It's too much. I don't have enough. This one's okay. It gets me by for now, just so that I can clear that out. So I think that's all right. So we'll fill that up too, and we'll put the components with it as well. So this will open up. There we go. This is closed now. That's fine. And then we want the components to be opened up for a little bit too. There we go. All right, so we can at least start getting some of that titanium that's already on the belt out of there. I think I might have to open it up again. Oh, just enough. Yeah, like there's a little bit left here, I guess. So not just enough, but yeah. And then now the silicon can start flowing again. So I like it. Okay, cool. And like that's the reason why I like it stopping. I know some people have said, you know, if you should do it differently so that it doesn't stop everything, but I like it stopping everything, because if I just take a quick second and look at anywhere on the belt and I don't see it moving at all, that tells me there's a problem. I can stop everything, pause it, and address that problem. If I just see it still moving, I'm probably not going to catch it. Like, what's going on? What's wrong? I'm probably not going to catch it. And what's going to end up happening is the whole thing will just get flooded with that one resource that we're full on, because it just keeps going round and round. And I have a bigger problem. It's going to be much harder to solve it. So if there's a problem, I want everything to stop so that I can look at it and go, yep, I can fix that. And then it's a very easy fix. You know, you just find a contract for that one resource, send it on its way, and everything is solved. So I like that very much. Let's go ahead and stop that again. And now everything can start filling up, and the belts can stop being so full again. Yeah, good. Okay, well, I think this is good for this video. I think we've done pretty good here, but join me for the next one. I'm hoping to have a lot more energy for you guys. I'm getting there. I'm gonna have more energy, and MDR is gonna happen. I said I wanted it at the end of this video, didn't I? I did. You know what? Quick cuts. And there we go. It's done. Right there. MDR, constructing, and done. BEA, beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, that's great. We can build another one if we want to too. I guess we'll just queue that up because we can. So this needs to, of course, leave the base and go off and go somewhere else. Although I do wonder if it's... No, there's no task. There's no way to do it. Okay. I was going to say, like, maybe there's a way to mine here for something, but no, that's not how this works. So MDR, this big O machine here, we haven't actually been able to see it in this playlist anyway, because the one we have is on the map. We haven't actually seen it up close. So this is what MDR looks like. At least this is what it looks like when it's all packed up. I assume that big old laser thing extends out and starts mining somewhere there. But there you go. That's our MDR. I'm just looking at the details in it, you know. Like I can get right up in there and just look at the details. Yeah, the tracks actually move. That's neat. I mean, it's slightly lifted off the ground, right? Yeah, it's ever so slightly lifted off the ground, but it kind of looks like it's, I mean, from up here, from your normal viewing angle, it definitely, the tracks seem to really sit on the ground, right? They don't slide. Yeah, they're really, yeah, that's really pretty good, actually. And obviously it's going to clip through everything because that's what it does. Okay, that's it. Now I can close things out with some nauseating camera movement. Thanks for watching. We'll see you. Bye-bye.